Hey Nerd Herd, Rich Dotson here, back again for this week's Week 6 sneaky starts of the week. As we enter Week 6, we have a lot going on this week. We have a lot of injuries and, of course, the bye week start. So this is where we're going to need the most help, getting those guys in there, help filling out for the injuries, help filling out the bye weeks. We need these guys. We either pick off the bench or pick off the waiver wire to get into our lineups to help us get that most coveted W. So let's start off with the quarterback, Taylor Haneke of the Washington football team. This week he plays the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Chiefs have been pretty good, for NFL-wise. But when it comes to stopping fantasy football quarterbacks, they have not been good at all. They're actually in the bottom 3 when it comes to stopping the fantasy football quarterbacks and giving up points. They've given up at least 28 fantasy points in 4 straight games over the last 4 games on the season. And Taylor Haneke, when he's come in for Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's been pretty dynamic. He's quarterback 15 on the year so far. Over his last couple games, he's got 7 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown on top of that to make it 8. So he's somebody that is getting it done as a high-end quarterback too. If you have a Russell Wilson and you need to get somebody in your lineup and help you out for this week and possibly for the next couple weeks, Taylor Haneke could be just the guy to get it done and get you that W. Look for him in a very solid game. And look for him to keep that streak going where the teams have given up over 25 points for the last 4 weeks straight. Look for Kansas City to do it again here this week versus the Washington football team. Let's get Taylor in your lineup, and more importantly, let's get that W. When it comes to running backs, I have 2 running backs for you this week. I know I normally do 1, but both these guys are too good to pass up. We got Daryl Williams for the Kansas City Chiefs. Saw Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he went down, he's on IR, so in comes Daryl Williams. And Daryl Williams is somebody, when he's given the opportunity, he gets it done. He's averaging almost 5 yards per carry when he gets over 10 touches per game. He's going to come in there. He came in last week. He was a lead back there, looked pretty good. If you're looking for double-digit touchdowns, not double-digit touchdowns, but double-digit points, Daryl Williams in position this week to get it done. Maybe Tyreek Hill doesn't play. Daryl Williams get a little bit more involved in the passing game. I know Jerick McKinnon's there, but he hasn't really done much lately. And Washington right now, when it comes to stopping the fantasy football running back, they're in like the bottom third of the league. So he's in a good position to score here. He's going to be the main running back for the Kansas City Chiefs. And anytime you have that, it's a good situation. Because remember, Damian Williams just a few years ago was a running back, high-end running back too, as well in this offense. This system can produce fantasy football points, and Daryl Williams will be on the receiving end this week versus the Washington football team. It's very safe to get him in your lineup this week. Expect him to score a touchdown and expect him to get over 100 all-purpose yards. Then there's also Devontae Booker. Saquon Barkley has a lower ankle sprain. He's out again this week. And then I know the Giants are playing the Rams, and that Rams defense is supposed to be high-end, but they haven't been really that great. Even versus the run, they're middle of the road. And when Saquon went down, it was Devontae Booker that came in and got the lead amount of carries. It's just going to be him. They have Gary Brightwell there. They have Elijah Penny. But again, it's going to be Devontae Booker who's the main guy here, even though he was inactive just a few weeks ago. And when you talk about the Rams, I mean, they're giving up over 4 yards per carry. They're giving up almost a touchdown per game. So he's in a very good position here to not only be viable on the ground, but as they chase the Rams to keep up, to be involved in that passing game. So when you're in a PPR league, Devontae Booker is going to be a double-digit scoring running back. He had pretty much 20 points last week in relief of Saquon Barkley. Look for that trend to continue this week with Devontae Booker, and let's get him in your lineup. At receiver, Tim Patrick, back here in the sneaky starts because, this is a guy that just gets it done. And I know he didn't do anything with Drew Lock, but he has been getting it done with Teddy Bridgewater, who comes back this week. We're talking double-digit points every single time that Teddy Bridgewater has been his quarterback. We're talking about a wide receiver 3 with wide receiver 2 potential here with Tim Patrick. We still got Jerry Jeudy on the IR. Las Vegas, the Raiders, even though they have a really good defense, been stopping the fantasy football receivers, there's been a lot of chaos going on in Las Vegas lately. Just lost their head coach in John Gruden. We don't know what's going on with this team. It could be a little bit of disarray, and Tim Patrick could be the benefit of that. I like Tim Patrick as a nice wide receiver 3 this week as an option to get in there, whether you have a bye week or an injury to your player. He's a safe play at the receiver position. Now, the tight end. The tight end position, we're seeing people go down. We're getting some things done here, but we all could use a little bit of help at tight end. So who do we get in our lineup this week? I like Ricky Seals-Jones of the Washington football team. We saw Logan Thomas go on IR, and then Seals-Jones came in last week, had 8 targets, caught 5 of them, 41 yards, and that's the Saints, and the Saints are a pretty good defense, and they play Kansas City this week. Kansas City, middle of the road when it comes to stopping the tight end. But we've seen them give them some good games to the tight ends. When I went back to Cleveland, they gave up a good game to the tight ends. Mark Andrews had a good game versus them. Dallas Goedert and the Eagles altogether had a good game. So tight ends have been getting it done here against Kansas City. So I like Ricky Seals-Jones to come off the waiver wire, get in your lineup this week versus Kansas City. Again, I think this is a team that's going to throw the football to keep pace with Kansas City, and somebody's got to be on the receiving end besides Terry McLaurin. I like that name to be Ricky Seals-Jones for the Washington football team. That's it. Those are my sneaky starts. If you like them, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, and notification button below to make sure you're not missing any of our sneaky starts and all the other great content we have here at Dynasty Nerds to make sure not only you're coming on top of your redraft leagues, but also importantly, dominating those Dynasty leagues. We'll see you guys next week.